If today your job is to sell or rent water purifiers to end customers, and you feel that phone calls, cold emails, or trade shows are bringing fewer and fewer results compared to the effort you put in, and the leads you get are becoming more and more expensive, then this video is very, very important for you. Today, I'll show you how to use free social content to attract end customers to your water dispensers without having to repeat the same things to every single person each time. Let's start with the fact that every time you or your sales agents call a customer or you talk to your end customers at the trade show, you're still repeating the same thing. And what's the problem? If you want to reach 10 customers, you have to repeat the same things 10 times. By same things, I mean about your water dispensers, your services, and so on. All of this is tiring, slow, and inefficient, and often it doesn't work because the end customer isn't warm, isn't ready, and doesn't trust you yet. They don't trust your company, your salespeople, and so on and so forth. So free content on social media or online in general is your shortcut because you make a presentation just once and it can be seen by 100, 200, 10 people, even an unlimited number of people. Every time you publish a video, a post, or some useful content, you are building your warm audience, people who are interested in the topic of water dispensers. So those who find value in what you say in your content, those who listen to you and follow you, will eventually start to trust you. And when you then make an offer, which could be anything, like a free trial of a dispenser, a rental contract, a visit to the showroom, or even just asking for a quote, they will be much more likely to accept your request because they trust you. So all the content that helps grow your audience and warms up your clients does three main things. Number one, it grabs attention. Number two, it holds that attention, so it keeps people engaged. And number three, they reward her. So if even just one of these three elements is missing, the content doesn't work. So this is extremely important. Now let's talk about the first part, which in jargon is called the hook, meaning the thing that allows you to grab the attention of your end customers. And this is essentially the reason why someone stops scrolling on Instagram, Facebook, or other social media and pauses to look at your content. To create an effective hook that works, there are various ways. One way is to start from a common problem that your potential end customers have. For example, when you say, "Are you tired of carrying water crates into your house?" Or you can ask a question that is quite impactful, that grabs attention. For example, do you know what's really in the tap water at your home? Or you can show something visually striking. For example, a glass full of lime scale, or bacteria, the classic bacteria or PFAS, microplastics in the water, which by now we all know are there. And then you need to move on to the second step, which is to maintain attention. Here, the way to do this is to tell your potential customers something, but something that they find interesting. Let's look at a few simple examples, just to help you understand the concept. You could share a story from your past, for instance, when you started working in the water dispenser industry. You could say, "Hey, let me tell you what happened the first time I tried to explain my water purifiers to another customer who only drank bottled water," for example. Or you can tell them and share some recent experiences. So for example, you could show that last week you did a demo, gave a presentation, or did a site visit at some office, and maybe one of your clients had a reaction you didn't expect. Or you can share some thoughts in the present. So what are you thinking about today? You could say, "Today I realized that while watching the water flow from the tap, I noticed," and so on and so forth. You need to tell a story. Or you can show them under. This is very powerful real client case studies. For example, you can show them that one of your clients stopped buying bottled water for their restaurant and saved 6,000 euros in 4 months, or whatever the real figure may be. And you show them how it happened. You can also use what are called trending topics. For example, if you know that in many Italian cities the water contains microplastics, you can show that maybe even the news talks about it, the newspapers talk about it, and even experts discuss it. So you take advantage of a trending topic and use it to your benefit. And you can also, let's say, have them experience or show them experiences that you actually created specifically for this purpose. For example, you can make it interesting too. You can say, hey, dear customer, look, I did a test, I drank only tap water for 7 days and here's what happened. Or, I left tap water in a glass for 7 days, here's what it turned into. These are things that are really entertaining. And finally, let's move on to the last part, which is where you need to reward their attention. Because this is the reason why the customer or potential customer listen to you. So you've sparked their curiosity and now you need to satisfy it. How? With a useful idea, a practical tip, a simple solution. For example, dear customer, here's a test you can do at home to find out if you need a water purifier. Or, here's how much you can save by eliminating bottles. Just do this simple calculation. Or, these are the 3 things you should always ask yourself before choosing a water dispenser for your home. So now, every time you publish content like this, what will happen? What will happen is that, first of all, you'll increase your customers' trust because you're giving them something useful to consume, not just stuff where you're trying to sell them something. You increase your authority because they perceive you as an expert, and so the number of warm leads who follow you and are increasingly interested in learning more about your dispensers obviously grows. So when you have an offer, whatever it may be, at that point, many will say yes because they already know you and trust you. So if you want to sell and rent more water purifiers without always having to chase after customers, start creating simple, honest, and useful online content and stop talking about the technical features of the water purifier, stop showing turtles with plastic on their shells, and stop showing Africa without water and all those things because they don't work. Stop showing fake photos and videos because if you do these things, you're damaging your online reputation. You won't be seen as authentic and no one will want your water purifiers because they don't trust you, it feels fake. Okay? So I'm not telling you to become an influencer, but you do need to share what you already experience every day in your work and bring it to your social media, bring it to your website. So to sum up, the more free content you create, the more warm leads you generate, and the more water dispenser rental contracts you close. This is the simple equation. If you found this video useful and want to see more videos like this, or even more powerful ones, click the subscribe button to subscribe to the Onnwater YouTube channel and click the bell to get notifications every time a new video comes out.